Welcome to Film Freaks.
Show for film fun and all things entertainment.
I'm Gabby Flores.
I'm Bobby Flores, and we're here at the site of Mark Carmel where the whole Waco miniseries took place. It's right here, right behind us. This is the site where it all went down. So we were here in Waco, kind of in the area, and figured, hey, why don't we stop and just kind of shoot something real quick. So we stopped to see it. It's time to pay our respects there at the little memorial they had. Really cool to just kind of take it all in and see that this is the actual spot where it happened. So awesome. So yeah, we're gonna get into the final episode and we'll give you our thoughts on this last episode. So yeah, we took some time there to kind of just look at the grounds. We paid our respects there at the memorial. It was kind of surreal almost.
It was extra. I mean, like, there's nothing. Now there's a church that's built on the grounds, and there's some other.
Which that was a little white building in the background.
Yeah, there's some other just like properties on it, and it's all private property now. Right. So if the gates are closed, you can't go in. If the gates are open, you're free to go in and look and everything.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of somber there, honestly.
Yeah, real quiet and intimate.
Yeah, absolutely. So which definitely kind of plays into how the episode was for sure.
Yeah. So it was just nice to actually go there since we were in the area and being able to just to stop and take a moment to reflect, because I think it's so easy to just pass it by that this is just another show that you're just being entertained by, but being that this is based on actual events that happened, it was
and so close to where we are,
to where we live, right? I mean, Waco's like an hour and a half away, so it was cool to just be there and look at it, with our own eyes and see that this is where everything went down. Speaking of, the episode, day 51, I guess I don't know if they did it intentionally, probably, but the way the episode went, it kind of started very hopeful. Like,
sure.
Gary was getting through to them. David felt like he got his sign from God that he had been waiting on. They agreed to these terms. A lawyer got involved. The radio, everything kind of seemed like it was going the way they wanted. Yeah, literally. As the ATF or the former ATF guy and the boss FBI guy, they were just really getting impatient. I don't know why. I don't know what their rush was, I get it that it was 60 or 51 days, 2 months of this, but to not have faith in Gary, who was a seasoned veteran who'd been there forever, and to not have faith in him and what he was actually doing. He was getting results, maybe not as fast as they wanted him to, but he was getting people out. They were coming to terms. This was the second time actually that he had got them to agree to come out. I don't know. It seemed real kind of crappy on their part to not have faith in what Gary was doing. Not so much what David Koresh and they were doing, because I get they're not going to understand that, but this is your guy. Gary is doing his job.
You basically just wasted Gary's time there.
Yeah.
That's not what what his job is to get immediate action. It's to finish the situation without anybody getting hurt and stuff.
Exactly.
Which obviously didn't happen.
Yeah, and I know, and I knew that they were going to kind of play it that way, where you weren't really sure who really started the fire, because there's claims on both sides that it was the other one. But what I loved was when they had that segment of the radio host where he said, we don't really know what, he's like, we don't know exactly what happened that day, but what we do know is all these times that they've used this tear gas always ends up in flames, always results in death. When he said it that way, that's pretty much all you need to know.
Right.
That summed it up to me, that they were using excessive force that was unnecessary with the gas, and again resulted in flames and resulted in deaths. They showed at the end as well, the claims, who said this and this and that, FBI filed this, and the show really makes the FBI look bad. It really does. There's really no way to get around that.
And either way, like whether it's an FBI cover up or whether it was like whatever it ended up being, this episode and just like the horror deal in general is so sad.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
especially just like I think seeing like all the women and children locked in the vault and like going that way and everything, like that really just kind of like broke my heart, and I didn't have a whole lot to say the rest of the time we were watching it because it's just, you know, really sad, and it could have ended really differently.
They were
but
there.
It was just kind of a hot mess of a situation.
From the beginning.
You know,
from the
like
beginning.
it was just kind of a doomed.
Yeah.
From
it was a
day
ticking time
one.
bomb. It was because the two guys that were in charge, they wanted to just get it done with and over with. I know. I should say, I feel like part of it is they didn't want to look bad in their intentions and how they were doing things. And even when they were starting with the tear gas, they were saying that the ATF or the FBI was getting fire back on them. And obviously that I don't believe that to be true. So
at least in the show, they didn't portray it at all.
I will say too, though, that I'm kind of surprised that the FBI and all that kind of let this be portrayed the way that it did, because
the FBI doesn't have really a say over
right. But you know what I mean?
The joyous time of, you know, freedom of press or whatever, America, you know.
I know,
so
but I would think that they would kind of, at least, I don't know, have their voice in like
opinions.
Making sure that we look good.
I mean, you also have, we know that Thibodeau and Gary were both on scene, and you actually saw them in the final scene in the courthouse.
And Thibodeau were sitting right next to each other.
Yeah, they were sitting right next to each other. Thibodeau was a pretty big guy and stuff, and you could see him. And then Gary was like the other, the guy who like ushered him into the courtroom and stuff.
That was really cool.
But you know that the real ones were actually on set and stuff during
they had
the
a lot
filming,
of influence,
and to kind of make sure that everything got portrayed correctly. So I mean, it's coming right from kind of the horse's mouth. Like, it's
one guy that was there.
Exactly.
From
each side. And so you kind of get almost an FBI input.
Right.
You know, it's basically going to be the two jerks that, you know, blew everything up, literally, like, that are going to be like, no, that's it.
Right. I really loved Michael Shannon's character Gary throughout the whole show.
He's just genuine.
Yeah, he was, and you just really saw his heart in the last episode, and he was even getting frustrated with Steve.
He just wanted to save them.
And he broke down. You know, he broke down at home, which I'm pretty sure that's really what happened. So it was cool to see that, and Thibodeau finally made it out. You know, just to see his heart breaking between him and Michelle.
Michelle and stuff, and when they, you know, they're talking about what's gonna happen after and everything.
Yeah, you know, it was like,
she basically, you know, it's like you're like yes, but at the same time you're like no, because we already know that you don't make it out and everything. But I think that was another cool thing, getting to go to Waco, like with the memorial that's there. It has everybody's names and everything.
Real cool.
And it also has where people are from for some of them and everything too. You know, so there's people from the United Kingdom and from Israel. I think there is a person, like all over the world and stuff. So it was just a really interesting, you know, to kind of bring it back to that this was real life. You know, that this wasn't, because I was like a whopping 1 year old when this happened. You know, I have no recollection of it other than what I learned after, you know.
So I think Paramount, they did a very, very
good job
on this, 6-episode series. It was fantastic. I loved watching it. I mean, we were saying that the last episode was real somber, but all the actors did a fantastic job.
It was good.
I
they
love
looked
that
real worn down and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
the makeup
job was awesome.
Excellent. This last episode, you could tell that the 2 months was really wearing on them. And then, like Gab said, the two little guest appearances, like if you wouldn't know that what they look like, you know, we looked into it, you wouldn't notice it, but it was really awesome seeing them right at the end. Great job all around. I loved this show.
We loved it.
I'd rewatch it, even though I rewatched it again. It was awesome.
Too.
If for some reason you watch this and you haven't seen anything, definitely watch the show.
Definitely
recommend it to pretty much anybody. It was a very interesting show, and we loved it. So let us know what you guys think about this 6-series show that Paramount gave us. Thanks, guys. Peace.
All right, guys, thanks for watching our episode.
Yeah, if you liked our video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up.
And if you didn't, you can double click on the thumbs down. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and like.
Right on. And check us out on our other social media outlets at Instagram and Twitter. And please tweet us at FF Media News.
Or you can engage with us through our email at ffmedianews@gmail.com.
All right. Thanks, guys.